Broadcasting from the studios of AM 950 KTNF, the progressive voice of Minnesota, and airing on WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk. Welcome to The Gaily Show, the only daily LGBTQ radio news and talk show in the United States. I'm your host, John Parker, joined in studio today by my executive producer, Jim Pounds.
Hey, y'all.
All right, what is on the show today? Jane Goodall, renowned for her groundbreaking research into chimpanzees, as well as an ardent environmental activist, has passed away. We're going to reflect on her legacy in the second half hour. Also, the government has shut down. So we're going to talk about the impacts of that and how your health insurance premiums are on the line. But up first, Austene Van is the executive artistic director of Yellow Tree Theater in Osseo, Minnesota. A local and national theater professional for 30 years, Austene is acclaimed as a gifted, quietly powerful, and innovative actor, director, and choreographer. Austene was a 2013-2014 McKnight Fellowship Award winner, and she won an Ivy Award for the Guthrie Theater's Trouble in Mind. She directed Annie at the Ordway Music Theater, which went on to win Best Play in City Page's Best of 2018. She has performed as an actor at the Guthrie Theater, Penumbra Theater, Indiana Rep, Cleveland Playhouse, the Ordway. Austene's work as an actor, director, and executive artistic director reflects her advocacy for social justice, equity, and equality. She joins us now. Hello, Austene. Welcome to The Gaily Show.
Hi. Thank you for having me, John and Jim.
Okay, so Yellow Tree Theater has Misery on stage now, but before we get into that, because I want to talk all about that, there is this full frontal assault on the arts by the current MAGA administration, taking over the Kennedy Center, revoking federal funding for theaters across the U.S. I mean, I was just talking to a friend last week in Ohio, also an artistic director. They just had $1.5 million yanked in a federal grant. What has been your reaction to this? And then I want to ask you your thoughts about how we can move forward as a larger artistic community.
Thank you. That's a great question. I think my initial reaction right after the election, I knew that we were going to get hit. Entertainment, arts were going to get hit. One of the areas that are going to get hit first, because theater, arts, music, fine arts are powerful. And the folks in that administration are entertainers, so they know the reach. They know that a lot of us don't, for whatever reasons, and we have to really look at why not a lot of us are going out to achieve higher education. But that's not what is happening. And not a lot of people are opening books to read. Not a lot of people are going to functions and conferences and taking courses to understand what's happening in our neighborhoods, in our communities, in our nations, and history is getting erased so that we can continue to make some strange mistakes that will benefit those in the 1%. So we knew it was coming because we're strong, we're powerful. We promote healing and change, and we provoke thought and activity. And you're going to roll up your sleeves. You're going to, you're going to make sure that you do something, because you can't unlearn what you've learned, and we've got we're privileged. It is a privilege to be able to reach into hearts and make people think about other humans, think about where they're coming from, sharing the same experiences, the same humanity, but maybe through a different lens is powerful when people get to talking. So that this was definitely a device and tools to make sure that we remain in the dark and ignorant, and that we can't put information and education within the vehicle of art. It's on purpose. I just didn't really think about the retraction of our funding, especially being here in Minnesota. The arts have been historically funded and supported. We've had 300 theaters here in Minnesota. After COVID, it went down to 150, but we do art here. This is what we do here. So it happened immediately. where we were informed and experiencing funding getting pulled, retracted, reduced because of who we are. And that's what I want to say about that. That's who we are as a community of artists all around the world. We start off as diverse peoples that want to practice equity and include everyone. So the ask of us to not say anything about who we are so that we can get money, you're buying our silence.
Mhm.
That's fascinating. You're buying our death, really. You want us to die as queer folk, as people of color, as women. You want us to die so that you feel better. That's insane to me. But we'll pay you to make sure that you go back in a closet. That's insane. And it felt. I remember, frankly, crying when one of the first things was the Kennedy Center, right?
Mm-hmm.
That takeover, when it's happening, and then to not be able to write in a grant or to have on your website that we are queer, we are gay, we're LGBTQIA, we're Black, we're Asian, we're Latin, we're women. We can't say you're gonna buy us. Interesting. That's interesting. That one that you don't think that artists are poor enough. I mean, if we were to, you know what I'm saying? If we were doing this for the money, that'd be a whole different thing. But not a lot of us get into this for the money. We get into this because we have to, because we're drawn to, because we're inspired to touch people, to heal people, to transform people. So just understanding, just watching and experiencing, witnessing that these folks think that we can be bought is an interesting point of view. And now we see where they really live, what's really important to them, and their identity is wrapped up in their materials and their things instead of their humanity and their heart. We know a lot of folks are going against what they really, really believe, but they're going to do it anyway. So it's been devastating for us. I'm where Yellow Tree is, and why I was super excited about being there is because it's a suburb of the Twin Cities, and it's actually diverse. My little bitty pocket, though, is red, like bright red. My little bitty pocket, and my board is diverse. My staff is diverse. So we got some threats and some people leaving. Not only the audience, but a couple of board members after I was selected left as well. And come to find out, some of our patrons and longtime donors who are no longer with us left because I'm a Black person.
Wow.
It's not nothing about our programming, because it's the same programming that Yellow Tree was founded by Jason and Jessica Peterson. They're just wonderful folks, but they were kind of in the closet about what they really do. They just did it, you know, and they didn't have to say, you know, we're diverse and we're equitable and we include everyone. They just said everyone's welcome, and that's what they practiced, and that's why I felt comfortable being there even before I was on as artistic director.
Right.
So I knew that, you know, with leadership, things are going to change, but and being in the skin, walking in the skin since I was born, I'm used to microaggressions. Unfortunately, that's a norm for me. I'm used to aggressions. I'm used to people trying to put their hands on me because they don't think that I have a right to have my own body and mind. So I'm used to fighting that. I practiced social martial arts. I just did not think that people would want to see Yellow Tree suffer because I'm a Black person. the staff, the audiences, because I'm a Black person. And what I was saying about the programming, it's the same programming that Jason and Jessica do.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having a woman, I produced Billie Holiday at Emerson Bar and Grill with the fabulous Thomasina.
Mm-hmm.
And I literally had a woman call. She took her time to call in to ask us, is this about racism? Because I just can't. And I thought, of all the things, that was, you know what I mean? That's Billie Holiday's story. That was a part of her life. Racism was a part of her life. You can't get around that. 1958.
Right.
But this woman was trafficked. She was pimped. She was coerced into taking drugs. She was abused. Those things I would have issue with for sure. That's hard to see. But the fact that she dealt with racism, that's your hill. That was fascinating to me. And it helped me understand, oh, this is where I actually live right here in this space where people would rather see someone physically hurt than know that they're dealing with oppression.
Wow.
We are talking with the artistic director of Yellow Tree Theater, Austene Vam. Oh, Austene, I've got so many questions.
Yes, you have no answers.
I'm going to have to fit in a break here. When we come back from that break, however, I do want to talk about the production that you currently are staging at Yellow Tree Theater, which is Misery, which is a particular favorite movie of mine for this time of year. So we're going to fit in that break. Before we do, I want to share about our travel partner, Travel Marquette. And the reason why is that Marquette, Michigan has become a very special place for me. For the past decade, I have been going to Marquette every single year, which is why I'm so grateful for this partnership with them. And part of the reason is I don't have to worry about traveling while queer, because it is a university town and a super blue city and a reliably blue county with a very active pride organization. Marquette has so many things that I need from a long weekend getaway, rather. Good restaurants, excellent bookstores, relaxing hiking and time out in nature. You can attend the Fresh Coast Film Festival, October 16th through the 19th. I will be there that weekend. You can join Upper Peninsula Rainbow Pride for the Fall Colors Pride Hike on October 12th. Get your adventure started at travelmarquette.com. That's travelmarquette.com. More on The Gailey Show after this break. This October, let your imagination and heart return to the movie theaters for the 6th annual Flip the Script Queer Film Festival. 9 days of groundbreaking animated, documentary, short, and feature-length films that push the boundaries of love, family, and relationships. This fall, let's watch the unexpected. October 3rd through the 11th at Film North in St. Paul. Digital passes available. Tickets on sale September 5th at flipthescriptfest.org.
History Theater's new season opens with a celebration of one of Minnesota's own. Don't miss Doris Hines. Now through October 12th in St. Paul, experience a vibrant tribute blending live jazz, powerful storytelling, and the life of Doris Hines, mother, performer, and icon. With dynamic music and a stellar cast, this world premiere spans local stages and global reach. Discounts are available for students, seniors, and veterans. Don't miss this unforgettable premiere. Find details now at historytheater.com.
Hi, this is Laura with Food Freedom Radio, and I invite you to discover 2 local grocery stores with a global fare. Market Fresh, south of Rosedale, carries fresh vegetables, quality meats, seafood, and a wide variety of grocery staples, all in a welcoming store. Shanghai Wholesale Market is in the St. Paul Midway area, and it's a food warehouse open to the public. Shanghai Wholesale carries more than 500 types of noodles. And frankly, it's time for Minnesotans to learn that pasta is a little bit more than spaghetti noodles and tuna casserole. There's sweet potato, bean, rice, fresh, frozen, rye. It's a paradise for those seeking gluten-free pasta. Also, both Market Fresh and Shanghai Wholesale Market seek to buy local, so you can look for local quail eggs, unique cheeses, and Minnesota-made tofu. Open the door to food abundance. Discover Market Fresh, your local Asian food store just south of Rosedale, and Shanghai Wholesale Market, your local international food warehouse north of Menards in the St. Paul Midway area.
At Schroman Law, we provide more than just legal documents. We walk alongside our clients to ensure their wishes and legacies are being honored with every choice. And we do this while recognizing that this process can be emotional and weighty. Our team includes attorneys, as well as a grief coach and a published writer ready to assist with legacy letters and extra wishes to go alongside your healthcare directive. Contact us today to learn more at schromenlaw.com. That's SCHROMEN law.com.
The Minneapolis Institute of Art invites you to experience Gatsby at 100, exploring how F. Scott Fitzgerald's novel, The Great Gatsby, both shaped and was shaped by the visual art of its time. This exhibition brings together works from Mia's collection that embody the decadence, excess, and social upheaval of Fitzgerald's most famous novel, highlighting paintings, books, and works on paper that are rarely on view. Come see it at Mia, always free and open to everyone. Learn more at artsmia.org.
Welcome back to the Gailey Show. I am John Parker. We're coming up on the bottom of the hour. I'm joined in studio by my executive producer, Jim Pounds. Misery is currently playing at Yellow Tree Theater in Osseo, Minnesota. Yellow Tree Theater's executive artistic director, Austene Van, is our guest right now. Austene, Misery. I hear it's a very popular production of Yellow Tree. Tell us about it.
Yes, it's amazing. And okay, just for those who are spooky, it is a thriller for sure. But what I loved about it, and I remember the movie, you guys remember the movie, and Kathy Bates is one of my favorites. I didn't know it was a play until a couple of years ago. And I read it, and it was just, for me, it was better than the movie because it helps to reveal how Annie is not balanced. Yes, she does atrocious things, but in this day and age when people are doing atrocious things, yes, it's wonderful to examine why she is off kilter. What's happening with her, and why does she believe so vehemently what she believes? She will die for what she believes. And to her, it makes a whole lot of sense. It's divine what's happening right now, even though she's making certain things happen. But what I love about it, besides it being a thriller, there's no blood, you guys, so don't worry about that. But it's expertly directed by John Catron, featuring Laura Esping, who's one of the baddest actors on legs. She's amazing. Dustin Bronson does a beautiful job. And then Chance plays Buster. So it's just three, of course, in the play. Beautifully, the set is beautifully designed. Sound design is great in the costumes, all of that. What I love so much is her revelation. You get to come and see someone you may actually relate to a little bit in Annie, which is going to be very, very scary. If we can look at her and go, oh my gosh, it's only because I get out and see people that I'm not Annie Wilkes. Maybe
It's that close.
It's this close, especially nowadays when people are on their heels, trying to hurt people over nail polish. It's just crazy. But we can look at folks and say, well, that's crazy. Instead of examining, well, these are the building blocks to someone who may not be okay. Right. So at the end of this thing, oh, you guys, at the end of this thing, people are going to be so confused. We opened on Friday and they were like, I didn't know whether to hug her or to run. I didn't know what to do. But Laura's that good. But the direction was very clear. She cannot, though she is the villain, she can't be the villain, and no one's just evil because they're evil, right? There's all of these elements that go along to make the framework of someone that's not okay for public.
Right.
It's Misery. It is playing at Yellow Tree Theater through October 19th. You can get your tickets at yellowtreetheater.com. We're already coming up almost on our time, but I wanted to ask you, Austene, because of Well, we were talking about to kind of revisit that conversation before the break and the breadth of your career over 30 years. Can you talk about, because we're always seeming to talk about this lately over the past 10 months about resistance. Can you talk to us about the theater as a unique arena to resist the moment that we're living through right now?
Absolutely. I was grown up. I've grown up at Penumbra Theater, where we do art for social justice. So I didn't know better. I thought that's what we do. We do art to heal people and to provoke change. It's no different for me, no matter where I go. If I'm directing at the Guthrie, or if I'm directing at Oslo, or at the IRT, it doesn't matter to me. My mission is still the same: to reveal, to try to get people to see each other, to try to get people to see the human condition. And with at Yellow Tree, because it's so small, we're so tiny. Everyone on board, including our board and our staff, we are on the same page as far as the mission is concerned, to welcome people, to support people. Our people. And when I say people, you guys know who I'm talking about, but I'll just say it out loud. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying people, but it's very specific. I'm supporting all of us.
Yep.
All of us, where a lot of us are left out of the equation.
Yep.
So it's not discriminatory. I'm not discriminating. I'm saying I'm including all of us, playwrights that are LGBTQIA, people of color, women, and our stage has to look like that too. The board has to look like that too. Our staff has to look like that too. We have to see a micro model of what America is. America is all of us, and we wouldn't be America without all of us. So that has to be represented where I am at all times. Right. Those days are hard for me, that I'm remembering when I was the first Black blah, blah, blah. First Black da-da-da to direct at the blah, blah, blah. The first Black da-da-da to direct at the da-da-da. The first Black female to do this particular role. Right. That should never be. I shouldn't be the first of anything ever anymore. And I remember being the first to direct a big show at a big place in 2017. And I was like, how is this? We should be everywhere. It's got to be normalized. It can't be. People don't know what to do with us, you all. When they're in our presence and we're leading. Right. So we have to be present so people get used to seeing us. It's just a normal everyday thing. And you know how to communicate with us, and everyone's different. So, we're not a monolith, but making sure that people have skills to be able to talk to people from different backgrounds is fun, but necessary. Yes.
Right.
And so that's one of the reasons why I am excited about being at Yellow Tree, so people can see us, and that we're just people, and we're people that want to do good, and we're people that want to bring good, and people that want to have conversation with everyone, and also give to the community in many different ways, like feed them, clothe them, make sure that they're okay. Psychologically. So we offer certain, we offer pamphlets that are like betterhelp.com, just in case people are triggered. Just take care. We can take care, feed the people, clothe the people. Yep. We can do that. And so that's where I stand. And until I'm run out on a rail, I'm going to continue to do that. It's my little platform. It's not as big as the Guthrie. It's not as big as the Ordway. It's not even as big as the Jungle. The Jungle's big. It's a wonderful theater, but we're so small. There's less red tape.
This is why we're so lucky to have you, Austene Van, as the Executive Artistic Director at Yellow Tree Theater. Currently on stage there is the play Misery. You can get your tickets at yellowtreetheater.com. It runs through October 19th. Do not wait on this, yellowtreetheater.com. Thank you, Austene, for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, you guys. Have a beautiful day.
You too. We're going to take a break. More on The Gailey Show on AM 950 KTNF and WCPT 820 when we come back.